Yo, what's happening, y'all? This is Nikaraxhi Sports Take, and on this video, we're gonna talk about the second playoff game from that Saturday play between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Kansas City, they ended up winning this game by a score of 26-7. Pat Mahomes throwing 23 of 41, 262 passing yards, a touchdown. Pacheco, he ran the ball pretty effectively, 24 rushes, 89 yards, a touchdown, and also Rasheed Rice adding 8 receptions for 130 yards and the only touchdown by Pat Mahomes, becoming the first rookie with that stat line in the playoffs. My takeaway from this game is I can't really say I'm surprised, being that the weather was the way it was. I mean, we all know Miami is more of a finesse team. Coming from that hot weather. So playing in that shivering Kansas City weather, I think it was like -8 degrees, if I'm not mistaken, to the point where they had maybe 5 big ass heaters under the field to heat it up, and players were still cold over there. Miami, I mean, I can't really say I'm surprised. Tua, he was what did he have? 20 of 39, 199 passing yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He really didn't I don't even think he got to over 100 yards till they entered the fourth quarter, so where it was like, yo, we're gonna play everything. We're gonna play everything up front. We ain't gonna let nothing get deep. So give them all that shit up. Give them all that cheap shit, and that's essentially where them yards came from. So, I mean, the offense didn't look effective at all. I mean, being that this was the number one ranked offense coming into the game, the number one rushing attack in the league as well. So, what did they rush for? 76 yards. Mostert, who was they touchdown rushing leader this season, 8 rushes for 33 yards. He didn't do much. Tua, he had 3 rushes for 25 yards. So he had the second most of the rushing yards. Tyreek, he didn't really get going, besides that big explosive play in the second quarter in which he scored their only touchdown of the game. Like I said, so I can't really sound surprised. I am surprised though at how the Kansas City Chiefs look. You know what I'm saying? To be real, I can't really even say that, because Miami, I forgot this too. Miami was down a lot of guys. I mean, it's not an excuse, but hell, when you down some of your best pass rushers, and Bradley Chubb, who out with I think an Achilles or ACL, Jalen Phillips, he out for the season with a knee injury, Xavier Howard, he out. So they signing guys off they signing guys off the streets, guys that they didn't even have on the team like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? They bringing in guys. You know what I'm saying? And they basically couldn't get no pressure on Pat Mahomes. They couldn't really do nothing with him. And it showed. You know what I'm saying? But Miami, they just gonna have to do some soul searching. I mean, whether it's upgrading the O-line or something, because it just seems like, I know it's like this with every quarterback, but it seems like when you get too off his spot, like too many times he want to hold the ball. You know what I mean? A little bit. He got to reset, because if you watch Tua closely, he's a time thrower. You know what I mean? He like everything time, and when you get him off balance, and you get him to reset, he tends to not necessarily fold, but he tends to get hesitant. You know what I mean? And he gets shaken, frightened a little bit. And when you playing against a top defense in the Kansas City Chiefs, who have been balling the fuck out this season, I think they top 5 in a lot of defensive categories. That's why they was able to do what they was doing, and that Miami offense didn't get going. You know what I mean? And if niggas remember, these two teams played 6-7 weeks ago, and Kansas City basically did the same thing. You know what I mean? If you want to count the cheap touchdown that Miami had late in that first matchup, then okay, cool. But they didn't even get going. They didn't even really get going in that game either. And they had their key pieces. Now I don't know if Jalen Phillips played that game. I know Jalen Ramsey didn't play that game, but I mean, even still, you know what I mean. But they gonna have to do some looking in the mirror. Like I said, they gonna have to build an O line. You know what I mean? Like depth, they need that too. They could really use some help at the corner spot as well because I don't know. I'm not really too high on Xavier Howard as everybody else. You know what I mean? But let's flip to the other side. Kansas City. This was definitely a great win for them as they move on next week to play the Buck. Well, this I think it's Sunday. I think they play Sunday if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Sunday or Monday. But either way, it should be it should definitely be a great game between these two teams, two evenly matched teams who know each other. They played each other multiple times. They played already this season. They played in the playoffs multiple times. We all remember the 13 seconds play where Tyreek Hill caught the ball for a slant and basically took it to the house, and game got into overtime, and Chiefs ended up getting the ring. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. But y'all make sure y'all check me on the next video, man. I'm out. Peace.